Learn unknown, share known. Welcome to Lusk. Before going to the inverter installation video, I will let you know the cost of buying inverter and installing it. Okay, so it will be clear cut idea for you. And these price listed here or which I bought in local market. I bought everything in separate shop, not all in same shop. I visited more than 10 to 20 shops and I inquired all shops rate, price, etc. And where I found cheap, I bought this. And I bought Luminous 1050 for 3500 rupees and 150 ampere hour tubular battery, Luminous battery, I bought for 8100 rupees. And trolley I bought for 900 rupees, Luminous trolley I bought for 900 rupees, and which is not worth for 900 rupees, but I bought it. Next, cable 2.5 square mm, 1 meter cost around 30 rupees. How much meter you want for your home, you can measure and you can buy. For my home I used around 5 meters, so 5 is 15, 150 rupees. Next, 16 ampere plug, that is one plug is 60 rupees, so all together comes around below 13,000 rupees. So I installation cost for me it's below 13,000 rupees and I installed myself, so there is no any installation cost. So because I bought everything separate and I installed myself, so I finished my installation of inverter in my home for below 13,000 rupees. And in market I inquired in many shops, they costed around 14,500 rupees plus installation cost, material cost, I mean cables, plugs, etc. So minimum 15,000 plus, minimum 15,000 is required to install a inverter in your home. If you buy outside, like if you order someone to install it, better you buy your inverter, batteries, inquire everywhere, buy and install it yourself, so you can save lot of money. I saved around 2000 rupees. Okay, so in video I will show you clearly how to install this inverter in your home. It is very easy and I will explain you each and everything how to install it, and I will show a diagram also with it. In online, Luminous 1050 was around 3950 rupees in India, and then battery was around 8200 rupees, and Luminous battery was around 9800 rupees, and trolley was around 900 to 1300 rupees. So better not to buy in online, go to market, inquire each and every shop and buy it. This is a simple diagram of fitting an inverter in your home. Very simple, just watch carefully and I will show the actual video also. Just I want to show the diagram of this so you'll understand that video clearly. Here there is a tubular battery, 150 ampere hour tubular battery, positive and negative, right? From inverter there will be inbuilt wire, red and black wire will be there inbuilt, which comes from the inverter. Just directly take that cable and connect in positive and negative in the battery. Finished, battery section is over. Next, there will be another cable coming out with plug. Okay, just input, that is 220 voltage, just directly take it and connect it to your main switch board, right? Or you can connect it anywhere, even you can connect it anywhere in your home socket. Okay, any home socket which is nearby your inverter, you can plug in directly also, no issues at all. But I connected in main switch board. You can see red line is going. I connected in single pole MCB and black is neutral. In my home all neutral points are common, most of the homes will be common only, so I connected that neutral. So now inverter is getting power up, I mean it is charging the batteries, right? Next comes the output. There will be a socket inbuilt with the inverter, there will be a socket, just we have to take out and give to the load. Okay, that's it. This is a simple connection diagram. Now let's see the capacity of this inverter. This inverter is 1050 model and that is just 756 watts. Its output power is 756 watts, right? And then load, if you are having 500 watts load, then your inverter duration of backup is 2 hours 45 minutes or around 3 hours, right? And if your home is having 400 watts capacity, and then it's 3 hours duration, and 300 watts 5 hours duration, 200 watts 9 hour duration, and just 100 watts, I mean just one fan or one light is running, then your home will be power up for more than 15 hours. Then you can see the load watts. Okay, fan is 70 watts, LED lights are 20 watts, TV is 130 watts, laptop is around 70 watts, fridge is 100 watts. Because I am using inverter fridge, my fridge is 100 watts, and then LED bulbs are 9 watts. So which you require, you can give connection as a load. Okay, that is your wish. Deciding the load is your wish. Now let's see the video. I will show how to connect, where to connect, what to connect, and we will do the load test also. Come, let's go to the connection video. Okay, this is Luminous 150 ampere battery with 36-month warranty. Most of the brand battery comes with 36-month warranty, and positive and negative, red and black, and there are 6 cells, and with battery water level indicators. This battery is with battery water level indicator. Accordingly you can top up. And I kept the battery in the trolley and I packed it up. I kept the inverter in the top of the trolley, right? So space is saved. Let's go behind the inverter. There are cooling fans, output, input, fuse, etc, etc. Let's see one by one. Here's a toggle switch, UPS and echo. These are mode switch, and below that battery selection switch. So according to your battery you can select the toggle switch. So our battery is tubular battery, I mean tubular plate battery. So you have to select the toggle switch to the tubular side. You can see left hand side, the tubular side, then positive, negative, and there is an output socket. You can see here, right? This is the output socket, and then fuse, and input as 230 volt 50 Hz as usual. According to country it will change. That's it. Then now let's see the battery connection. Positive, negative, directly there is a ready-made cable, directly connect the red in positive and black in negative. Finished. Nothing else to discuss. Next, input for the UPS. If you have a nearby socket, you can give the input directly to the socket. If you don't have, connect that in main directly. My main switchboard is nearby, so I connected the UPS in main. You can see this one is input cable for inverter. I mean 3-core cable, red, black, green and connected in earth, and red one, you can see red one carefully. I connected in one single pole MCB, I mean 1 pole MCB. I connected the red, right? And then other cable, black one, you can see I connected in common neutral point, because here all neutrals are commonly connected, so I connected in the common neutral point. Phase is in MCB and neutral in the neutral point, right? This one, number 1 MCB is for inverter, and rest all are for various loads in my home. Okay, here I am just checking the main power supply. Here for me in my home, main supply is coming yellow and black, and which is going to the 2-pole MCB bottom. Normally many homes it comes in top or bottom, it is their wish. From bottom it comes and output comes in the top and goes down to the each MCB. You can see U. Each MCB is connected linely, and output is taken from here one by one. Each phase, neutral is common. From each phase one by one output is taken. From here I remove the cable because 1-2 MCB is for hall and kitchen, and number 5 MCB is for me, it's bedroom. So I removed this cable out, here also I removed the cable, here also I removed the cable, and here also I removed the cable. All 3 cables I removed, hall, kitchen and bedroom, because here only I need uninterrupted power supply. All 3 cable I connected together because I don't have any connector, so just I connected 3 cable plus 1 cable. You can ask why. That is for the output of the load. Let us see. I connected with a plug. Okay, 3 cable together and 1 plug, and neutral also same. So there are also 4 cables. 3 cables of the load and 1 cable of the plug. You can see 1, 2, 3. Neutral I removed. 1, 2, 5. Neutral I removed. I connected in a bunch of cable. You can see phase and neutral, and this one is output cable going to the plug. I connected a 16 ampere plug, so you can connect the plug directly to the inverter. Finished. That's it. Connection you have to make in your home. You have to find the load, which load you want, directly connect to the inverter directly. Finished. So now secure all the cable. Now I am going to switch on the main breaker. I want to check whether my inverter is going to get charged or not. So I just switched on. Going to switch on. Now you can see here, yeah, main power is on, indication came. Battery charging, indication came. These two are the battery charging, and now I'm going to switch on the inverter. You can see as soon as switch on, echo mode is switched on. Here you can see the mode selector. You can select either echo mode or UPS mode. You can see now I selected UPS mode or back to echo mode. Difference between echo mode and UPS mode is nothing but just efficiency will be more or less. Now I am going to switch on the load. Now fans are running. All MCB I switched on. Okay, one by one I am going to switch on all MCB. All loads in every room and everywhere I am going to switch on. Right, and I put off the main power. So now fan is running in UPS. Inverter. Right, because you can see main power supply indication is gone. 5 beep sound will come. Now echo light is glowing because main power is off and it is running in inverter. Now when I change to mode to UPS mode, fan is running little bit faster. Efficiency is more. When I change to echo mode, fan speed reduced. I can hear the sound. So this mode is for efficiency purpose. So I always use in echo mode. Now I switching on the main MCB, power indication came and charging indication also came back. Now again I am going to switch off the MCB. Again beep sound will come. Now inverter is on load. Inverter is running. Okay. Now we will check how much amps inverter is getting for charged. It is taking around 1.3 amps for charging this inverter battery. From main supply, it is charging the battery rate. It is taking around 1.3 amps. Again I switched off the MCB, and there is no any input current because no power supply. Now I connect the meter for the load. How much load we are going to use? Let us see. Now I switching on one by one load. Now it is around 0.7 amps. Let me switch on each and everything. Let me switch on the TV, and this is the lights, LED lights, fan, light, everything. Fridge is also running together. Now you can see fridge, and this is my fountain. Actually I made a fountain. I will show a video how to make a fountain elaborately, because I made this fountain with 18 watts pump, submersible pump, and then I am switching on the exhaust blower of my kitchen and LED lights. So total 3 fans, 4 feet LED light, 4 LED bulb, 4 fridge, 1 TV, 1 exhaust blower, and 1 18 watts submersible pump. All together comes around 2.5 amps my load consumption. So 2.5 amps is 440 watts. So we checked in clamp meter, that was 2.5 amps. In my inverter, when all load is on, fan, 3 fans, tube light, fridge, etc., when all our load is on, that is total 480 watts. The load test result was 3.5 hours. When all load is on, it was standby for 3.5 hours. Hopefully you understood. Now we will see the Luminous 1050 indications. First one is main power supply indication. Input current. When power is gone, this indication will go off. Next is charging indication. Now it is in cutoff state, cut-in, cut-off indication. Other one is economy mode indication, and next is UPS mode indication. First 3 light, Main power, charging and economy mode will be in green color. UPS indication will be in white color. And then low battery indication, it will be in red color. And last is overload indication, that also will be in red color, or fuse blown indication, both are same only. And then last is power switch on, switch off, push button, on off.